before I even jump into the game, the Suikoden event happened on YouTube, so I'm gonna watch this. I completely forgot all about it, literally until I hit the start stream button. It's interesting that Suikoden, or that Konami is interested in bringing the Suikoden series back. If that's their intention, because it was always like the sort of bastard stepchild of all of their other franchises.
幻想水湖伝の IP プロデュースを務めます内藤です。よろしくお願いします。
お願いします。
の番組ラインナップこちらです。さあということで今日も濃密な情報をお伝えできればと思っております。幻想水湖伝知らない方もどんどん広めてください。
Suikoden Star Leap. What the fuck is that? That makes me worried. The only other Suikoden game that they developed that was out of the series canon was Tigris. I think that's how you pronounce it. Tigris or Tigris for the DS. I never had a chance to play it, but I didn't hear good things about it. And also, a Suikoden game not being in canon is, in my view, not a Suikoden game. Like, it's not like Final Fantasy. It's not like Final Fantasy where it's just kind of like a random story that kind of shares themes across the series. Like, Suikoden is very specifically a canonical tale of geopolitics and the 27 and how the 27 true runes affect them. So anything that's not canonical is, in my view, fan fiction. And I don't know why. Maybe I'm traumatized by the weird naming of JRPGs of late, but when I see the all caps Star Leap, that makes me worried that this is going to be a non-canonical Suikoden game. Maybe a mobile one.
それではこちらのコーナーからいきましょう。アニメ幻想水湖伝。さあ前回の幻想水湖伝ライブでは主人公と上位の物語は最後まで書き切るぞ。
Okay, so this is an adaptation of 2.
いうことでしたけれども。
Yuzo. He's got to be good if he just has one name.
お伺いしているんですが、
ご覧ください。
Oh, he's got a trailer already. Is that Nash? Or is Joey's ponytail really that long? Okay, that was a teaser of a teaser. There was barely any animation in that teaser. I guess I need to see a little bit more about the anime before I can make a determination.
本当いいものをね、時間かかってもいいんで作っていただければと思っております。さあということで皆さんもぜひフォローしてください。さあということで本日のアニメ幻想水湖伝の情報ここまでとなりますが、ちなみに次の情報を欲しがっております。いつ頃になるんでしょうか。
次はですね、9月。
適当に言ったわけじゃないですよね。ちゃんと9月には最新情報をお届けできるということですよね。
9月頑張ります。
頑張ってくださいね。目指すということで、はい、わかりました。
That guy seems serious as a heart attack.
皆様にお届けしたいと思います。ぜひご期待ください。
This guy, on the other hand, may have taken one too many gummies.
からアニメを楽しみにされている皆さんにご挨拶をお願いしたいと思います。続いてはこちらです。幻想水湖伝スターリープです。
Oh, I was right. Damn it. Damn it. I was right. iOS and Android. And I bet it's not canonical. This doesn't look like anything I've ever seen in the Suikoden world. Never seen one of these fucking things. And I've never seen anybody in a maid outfit. Alright, this is gonna suck too. Damn it. Damn it, they're going the Shining Force route.
水湖伝スターリープのプロデューサーを務めている藤松さんに来ていただいています。よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いいたします。
よろしくお願いします。さあ6月のこのプレススター
It was nice to Konami press start in June, but the decision was made to distribute Star Leap overseas.
モバイルで
It's also ties to the reason why we decided to make it for mobile for the second step following is okay.
HD リマスターのファーストステ
So
ッ
it
プ
looks like
からつながる
Octopath Traveler.
セカンドステップとして多くの方に手軽に
We wanted to give many people the opportunity to easily experience Suikoden. This project was started with the idea that we would wait, hold on. Reading, so I'm gonna have to watch the background visuals here in a second. We wanted to give as many people the opportunity to easily experience Suikoden. This project was started with that idea in mind, so we decided to release it globally so that overseas users can play it too.
海外のユーザーの方にも遊んでも
配信
そして気軽に幻想水湖伝に触れていただきたいと、そういう思いで始まったプロジェクトですので、海外のユーザーの方にも遊んでもらうためにグローバルで配信することにいたしました。
嬉しいです
嬉しい
よね。
ですね。
そうなると、
So that means the game won't only be available in
そうですね
Japanese.、
現時点では日本
There's a lot of text on the screen. Supported languages: Japanese, English, German, French, simplified, and traditional Chinese, Korean. Okay. At the moment, all those languages I just read. I mean, it's literally just Octopath Traveler, it looks like, visually at least. Which is fine. I like the visuals of Octopath Traveler.
語以外に、英語、ドイツ語、フランス語。
Wait, Greg Minster? Did he say Greg Minster?
現時点では日本語以外に、英語、
Welcome
ド
to
イツ語、
Greg
フ
Minster.
ランス語、
Is that the original
韓国
Greg
人
Minster, or is
そして
this
韓国語を予定してます。
Okay, maybe it is
あと一つ
canonical.
僕もそうなんですけど、
はい
大画面でやりたいっていう希望は必ずあって。
I understand your approach, but I personally like to play a game on a big screen. Is it true it's going to be on Steam?
この
Okay, so it'll be on Steam. I'll be able to play it on Steam then, at
理由は大きく
least.
2つありまして、
はい
一つは、先ほどおっしゃったような大き
The first is that, as you mentioned earlier, there were requests for a larger screen where you could sit back and enjoy the game at your leisure, so we wanted to be able to meet that demand. It's really funny that the demand for a higher screen, rather than just mobile, facilitated this game's release not on a console. And this kind of speaks to a chunk of conversation that I had in the Sega discussion, the Sega video, about the future of consoles and, you know, exclusivity, etc., etc. Steam Deck versus consoles versus PC. They made the decision to put this out on Steam, but I didn't see any consoles listed on there. I saw iOS, Android, and Steam, which is fascinating. Interesting development for a JRPG series that has its origins in a console exclusivity, but then also just consoles in general. So I think that also, I mean, and maybe you know, maybe it's going to end up being a poor decision on Konami's part, you know. But I think it also kind of speaks to what I was mentioning, where I don't see a long-term future for consoles, not so long as the Steam Deck exists. Not so. I mean, that's why I think Microsoft. There were those
Arachne Soul
rumors.
said Sony, I feel, is going to be screwed in the future if they don't think of something. Microsoft is fine selling Windows and having people game on PC.
Yo, what's up, Arachnid? Welcome back to the stream. How you doing tonight? I was just about to mention that there were rumors about a year or so ago that Microsoft was interested in purchasing Valve. And obviously, that should never be allowed to happen because already there's issues with the supposed, and I think actual legitimate monopoly that Valve operates as a distributor, the largest distributor by a factor of many of games on the PC. But then if Windows owns that if Microsoft owns that on Windows machines as well, then that's a complete and total monopoly. That should never be allowed to happen, but, you know, at the same time, that would be Microsoft's
Arachne
way.
Soul said Valve won't sell themselves to Microsoft.
That would be Microsoft's way to, like, ditch the Xbox. Like, yes, they want Steam, but I think maybe what facilitates that more than just Steam storefront is the Steam Deck. I think they want the Steam
Street
Deck.
Corner Becky said GOG and Epic exist, but yeah, Steam is way bigger than both.
Oh, for certain. So, like, I think my hypothesis may end up being true. I don't know if consoles. It'll be interesting to see what consoles will still be around in 10 years. There'll probably be a new Nintendo thing. I think Nintendo isn't likely to go anywhere. I guess we also have to see just what the general state of the global economy looks like in 10 years too, but I don't think Nintendo's going to go anywhere, but I think Microsoft as a console developer is on death's door. And honestly, Sony might not be that far behind them. They might not be as far behind as people think. So I think decisions like this, and Konami's, this isn't like, I might sound like I'm kind of bloviating a little, overselling this, Konami in 2025 is not the equivalent of Squaresoft in
Arachnid Soul said
1997.
Microsoft doesn't really want to make consoles anymore, I feel.
Like, Squaresoft in 1997, when they made the decision to release Final Fantasy VII exclusively on the PlayStation, that was like a colossal deal. And that was like an industry shifting decision. And it had ramifications that continue to reverberate throughout, the console space today. It cannot be understated how big a decision it was that Final Fantasy VII moved away from Nintendo exclusivity into Sony exclusivity, and how that affected the development of every JRPG that came after it. This is not that. Konami does not have the heft that Squaresoft had in '97. Not entirely. I mean, I guess Metal Gear Solid kind of comes a little close, but the Suikoden series certainly doesn't. Like, that's not comparable in heft to Final Fantasy. And then even this decision isn't as impactful or industry shifting. It's just an interesting like, no console release, huh? Mobile, Steam Deck or Steam, I imagine, or Steam Deck via Steam, I imagine, but no console, huh? I see what you're doing over there.
ゆっくり遊びたいという、ご要望もありましたので、そちらのご要望にお答えできればというのと、
That looks like Gregminster. Maybe it is canonical.
もう一つはですね、このグローバルで配信するにあたって
The other reason is that in releasing this globally, we need to take into consideration the internet connectivity in various regions and the performance of the smartphones that are popular in those regions. Internet connectivity. Why would you need? Oh, that's scary. Why would you need internet connectivity for this
地域で
game?
の通信環境であったり、その地域で普及しているスマートフォンの性能、そういうことを考える必要が出てきたんです
With that in mind, we thought that more people would be able to play the game if it was also available on
よ
PC,
り
and that's
多
why
く
we
の方に
decided to make
遊ん
it
でいただけ
compatible
る
with
んじゃないか
Steam.
と思いまして、Steam に対応することにいたしました。
I guess just for being able to
本当
download
に
it.
嬉しい。
嬉しいですね。
もうユーザーの皆さんのね、プレイ
This will allow users to play in a way that suits their playstyle and environment. I've been hoping this would happen for a while already. Talk about the
基
game.
本的なバトル
They
シ
have
ス
a
テム
trailer
が
that
どん
shows
な
the
ものになる
basic
のか
battle
っていう
system
の
will be
を
like.
紹介す
So
るト
let's
レー
take a
ラー
look
を
at it.
作ってき
Okay.
ましたので、
I want to hear more about the story and the world.
そしてこれが今までと同じトレーラーと同じようにいろいろなキャラクター出てきますんで、そちらにもご注目ください。
なるほど。わかりました。それではご覧いただきましょう。
なるほど。
どうぞ。
At a village located on the margins of a lake, just east of the Scarlet Moon Empire.
Hey, canonical. It's in the game world. Okay, I'm back in. They roped me back in. Hold on. They roped me back in. All right. Now I'm interested. Let me start over. I want to hear where it's located.
At a village located on the margins of a lake, just east of the Scarlet Moon Empire.
East of the Scarlet Moon. Wait, hold on a second. East of the Scarlet Moon. So this takes place before Suikoden 1 then. Because the Scarlet Moon Empire was dissolved after Suikoden 1. They became the Toran Republic. So this is a prequel?
Tragedy strikes from the shadows.
紋章を素直に渡した方が身のためですよ。逃げろ。
さあ、我によこせ、その力を。
The heroes set out on a journey towards recovery. Along the way, you will encounter various enemies. This game makes use of a timeline command-based.
I don't like what I'm hearing from the music. Suikoden soundtrack, particularly 1 and 2. 3 is a little weird. 1 and 2, so unique in that A, it incorporates instruments and, scales and theory from different distinct cultures. And 2, it's very percussion based. There's a lot of percussion in a lot of those tracks, especially the battle theme. And I always appreciate that because I don't think that percussions are used very effectively or uniquely in a lot of these types of games, especially recently. Like every JRPG I see a video of, it always has the same kind of soundtrack. It's always like guitars mixed in with like this weird neo jazz dance fusion sort of thing. And that's what I'm hearing here too. I don't like it. I don't need the guitars. I don't need the neo jazz dance. I could be just fine with something either robust and orchestrated or stripped down and more localized. Just give me a shimasen or just a couple of instruments and some percussions. Make something a little bit more personal and not something that sounds like it's trying to be a fucking anime theme song.
Battle system. Make use of attacks, runes, and secret techniques, which are activated when the gauge is full.
This is like exactly Octopath Traveler. Like, she did an attack and I saw it say like break or unbalance or something. I guess unbalance is a status that exists in Suikoden as well. But it just, like, especially with the little timeline going on down here, it looks exactly like Octopath Traveler.
3 moves all have different effects and cool-off times, so combine them for maximum efficiency and effect. In addition, by focusing your attacks on the enemy's weaknesses, you can aim to unbalance them, creating an opening to inflict massive damage.
Literally Octopath Traveler. Wait, that's Varkas and Sidonia? Whoa, okay, so we got some old characters. So I guess this isn't too much of a prequel if these two are showing up. Okay, so we got some old school characters popping by.
Next, make use of chains, which activate when 4 or more allies are lined up, and launch strategic attacks. Each and every choice you make affects the battle before you. Many powerful enemies will tower.
Okay, I was also initially... Is that Humphrey? I was also initially worried about the first combat scene showing only 3 people. Typically in Suikoden, you have a 6-man party. But it looks like this is a 6-man party here.
Each and every choice you make affects the battle before you. Many powerful enemies will tower before the hero.
Hey, that was a black guy. The Suikoden series' 3rd black guy.
It will be vital to...
If that's not Stallion, it's someone that's meant to look like Stallion, and that looks like Vincent, whatever his name is, from Suikoden 1.
Carefully assess your enemy and organize your party accordingly.
Is that George? Why'd they make him hot? Why did they make... Is that George? It kind of looks like George. He doesn't have the eye patch, but I don't think he got the eye patch until later.
Also, consider including support members who will assist the main party through various methods during combat.
Oh, that's George, all right. That's definitely George.
As the story unfolds, large-scale wars.
Oh, they brought back the war battles too.
Break out. Think of which characters to employ in your unit. Make use of their war techniques and aim for victory.
お前の実力見せてみろ。やれやれだな。
これが最強だ。
それじゃ
このイタ電の速さにほら目を離すなよ。暗いな。
幻想水湖伝スターリープ
Okay. Okay, I'm on board. I'm on board. I'm fully on board. They sold me. They sold me. I was skeptical at first, but they sold me.
俺はアンジー。古族の頭をやっ
Oh, it's the pirates from part 1.
さあということでね、おなじみのキャラクターもいれば、
There were some familiar characters, but also some strange
そうです
characters.
ね、新しいキャラクターもたくさんいましたね。
はい
ということで、ここからはディレクターの竹山さんにもご参加いただき、ゲーム内容を紹介いただこうと思います。よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いし
よろしくお
ます。
願いします。実は前回のストーリー
An
トレーラー
assassin
で
that targets the hero and co. He has a
主
wide
人
range
公
of
の里を狙った敵組織の
what a description. He has a wide range of emotions, but is willing to listen to Ager, whom he deeply respects. Okay, well, I'm glad he has a wide range of emotions. Open packs to unlock characters, hopefully not. Oh, yeah, I hope not too. But that generally isn't how Suikoden works, but I could see them adapting that since that's kind of a new thing. They could labubu-ize Suikoden.
言い回して戦います。感情の振れ幅が大きいキャラですが、
Oh, his character has a wide range of emotions.
戦闘においては非常に
They really like to stress his
キャラク
wide
ターボイ
range
ス
of
は
emotions.
児玉拓也さんに演じていただきました。続いてエギルです。
Another
ラグナル
assassin.
と同じく敵組織の
He's
一員
usually a
です
cool, calm, and collected fighter, but he has accumulated many wounds while protecting
ラグナルと比
Ragnar,
較して
whom he holds
冷静
close to
沈
his
着なタイ
heart
プです。ある理由でラグナルのことを非常に大切に思っています。
for
キ
some
ャラクターボイ
reason.
スは室元気さんに演じていただきました。
ある理由とか気になりますね。
気になりますね
最後はこちら、ハテナってなってるんですが、現時点では
Like
名
the
前は
question
明
marks.
かせません。先ほどの2人を含め敵組織を束ねる存在です。年齢不詳で見た目よりは随分と年齢は高いようです。
Okay, so she has a true room
キャラクター
then.
ボイスは大久保愛子さんに演じていただきました。
は。
はい
何？
い。なんか気になる情報が多いですね。
知ってるんでしょ？
はい。
それでは過去作に登場したキャラクターを
Some of the characters that
では
played the
千尋さん
previous
お願いします
works.
はい、紹介させていただきます。彼女たちは幻想水湖伝
So
2
you
の
have
ラナー
Camus.
の峠に敵として登場したキャラクターです。ランラン、リンリン、テンテン
Oh,
の
those
3人
three?
です今作では武術家
Who
三姉
you
妹
repeatedly
ランリ
beat
ン
the
テ
shit
ン
out
を
of?
名乗り用心棒として主人公たちの前に立ちはだかります。はい、まずランリンテンの長女ランランは普段はとってもお上品でおしとやかなのですが、実は
Jesus Christ, they gave her like
その人
fucking
間性がとても特徴
triple
的な
G's.
キャラクターです。
How is she gonna be fucking flailing that bow staff around
いただきました
with like triple
そして
G's?
次女のリンリンはクールでありながら姉ランランの願いを叶えるために日々用心棒家業に取り組んでいるしっかり者のキャラクターです。キャラクターボイスはあいみさんに演じていただきました。最後に三女テンテンは自由奔放な甘えん坊ですが、その天真爛漫さから
Jesus, she's fucking stacked too.
元気なキャラクターです。キャラクターボイスは伊藤
I guess that's just the horny nature of anime character designs nowadays.
はい、個性豊かで可愛い三姉妹ですよね。
本当に。
実はこのランリンテンのなんですけども、実は専用の登場曲とかバトル曲があるんで、楽しみにしていただければなと思います。
確かにね、そのテーマをね。
楽しみですね。ということで続いてバルカスです。斧を猛然と振るう姿から
I never really used him that much in the first one. Known and feared as Varkas the Whirlwind Axe for the furious way he swings his axe in battle. Head of the bandits who make Mount Sifu their base, he is a compassionate and loyal person.
旋風符のバルカスと恐れられている彼は清風山を根城にする山賊の頭領で情に厚く義理がたいキャラクターです。キャラクターボイスは宇垣秀成さんに演じていただきました。最後はシドニアです。
Sidonia. Together with Varkas, he is abandoned on Mount Sifu. Although he doesn't speak much, he trusts Varkas and is known as Sidonia of the Tote, as he can move into attack enemies in the blink of an eye. You know, you would think that his hairstyle was an influence of the modern times, but no. That was his hair back in 1996.
マルカスと共に
And I like his
生
color
存
scheme in
海賊をしてい
general.
る彼は東アテの
It's a fan
城に
favorite color scheme
瞬
for
間
me.
移動を得意としています。普段は無口ですが、バルカスには心を開いているクールなキャラクターです。キャラクターボイスは小林千秋さんに演じていただきました。
はい。ね、棟梁バルカスでついてるシドニアと、またなんかいろいろやってくれるんですよね。
そうですね。やっぱりバルカスとシドニアはセットで登場させたいと思ったので今回出てきますね。
またお茶目なことをねやってくれるんでしょうね。はい。ということで以上今回の幻想水湖伝スターレイプの情報となります。
That should be the end of it. I think those were the only two things they were going to announce.
メッセージを頂戴したいと思います。
Today, we announced that we will be expanding globally. There are Suikoden fans all over the world, so all of our staff will work hard to make this a hit that will please not only people in Japan, but everyone around the world as well. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Please add this to your Steam wish list. Well, you know what? Don't mind if I do. You know what? That was actually really good for me to watch. I suspected that Star Leap was going to be a mobile game. I was very surprised, pleasantly surprised, that it's also going to be on Steam, and more to the point, that it's canonical. Like, I wasn't expecting that. They hadn't made a canonical Suikoden game since 5, which was 2004, 2005, maybe 2006. This tells me the remasters did extremely well. That's a good question. Let me see if there's any information on that. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD remaster sales described as extremely strong by Konami. During today's Suikoden live broadcast, Konami announced the sales of the recently released Suikoden 1 and 2 HD remastered Gate Rune and Dead on Unification Wars have been, quote, extremely strong. While precise figures were not provided, Suikoden IP producer Ria Naito hopes to share even more good news this year. Okay, yeah. That's all they said? That's it? Just extremely strong? Hell yeah. I was actually a little worried about that too, because I have been part of a Facebook group for years and years that was called, I think it's called like the Suikoden Revival. I think it's called the Suikoden Revival group. And we had long since given up any hope that the series was ever going to make a comeback. It was basically just like a dead franchise. So when they announced the revival, I was like skeptical that it was going to sell a lot. And I was thinking like, okay, the poor sales are going to vindicate Konami's initial abandoning of the series, and we're never gonna see or hear anything from Suikoden again. That was kind of where I thought this was gonna go. So I'm thrilled that I'm wrong, that it was released to both critical acclaim and extremely strong sales, and now it looks like as a result we're gonna get a revival of a franchise that I thought was deep in the grave. So I'm happy. Good news all around for me. Oh boy, this is dangerous. Protects all allies from one magic attack. See, okay, here's the problem. This is the problem I'm encountering with what I'm gonna do. Luke here at the very end, he has a spell that does crazy damage to the enemy, but it also does a lot of damage to your own party. I could protect myself with Canopy Defense, maybe. It says protect all allies from one magic attack, so I might be able to use his Mega Nuke without taking damage from it, but I also have my main guy casting a healing spell. I don't know if this is going to protect from the healing spell and then let... It says magic attack though. So I'm going to try it. Hopefully, if I fail, if I'm wrong, then we're all gonna die. Then we will all be dead. Empty world. I hope Stallion, I hope for all of our sakes that this is enough to save us. Okay, good. He cast it before. But is this gonna help? It still got us! It still got us! Wait, why didn't that fucking save us? Damn it, now we're all dead. That was something. It's. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, now you're dead too. I shouldn't have done that. I took a risk. I took an unnecessary risk. That spell definition lies. It lies. It said protect all allies from one magic attack. And it did not protect all. It didn't protect a single ally from a magic attack.